Hi friends, Sunil here. Welcome back to this channel. In this video we will see how we can sort a few different data types in Python using the built-in list method called sort and the built-in function called sorted. First we will see the sort method. So this is the syntax for that. List.sort. It has two parameters, key and reverse. Key is a function to specify the sorting criteria. Key equal to none and reverse is false by default. And these parameters key and reverse are optional. So this is the list of numbers lnum which we are going to sort. Here I am printing the original list. Then I am sorting the list lnum using the sort method. The list will be sorted in the ascending order by default, and thereafter I am printing the sorted list. We will execute this. So this is the original list, that is this list here, and this is the sorted list in the ascending order starting from 2 to 9. Now we will sort this list in the descending order. For that I have set reverse is equal to true here. We will execute this. So it has sorted in the reverse order from 9 to 2. Now this sort method does not return any value. So I will assign a variable r here for the return value of sort and then print that variable. So it has printed none here. So it has returned none. That means the sort method does not return any value. Now we will sort a list of strings. So here I am having this list student. It has the names of the students. Here I am printing the original list students. Then I am sorting this list using the sort method. It will sort the list in the alphabetical order. Then here I am setting reverse is equal to true and printing the list. So here it will print the list in the reverse order. Then here I am sorting the list on length. This length is a built-in function to count the length of an element. So when we specify key is equal to length in this sort method, it sorts the string by length from the shortest to the longest. So we will execute this. So this is the original list, that is this list here, and this is the sorted list in the ascending order starting from alphabet A, Andrea to Tom, and this is the reverse list starting from T, Tom to alphabet A, Andrea, and this is the list that is sorted on the length. So the name with minimum length, that is 3 character Tom, has come first, and the name with the maximum length, that is 9 character Endoherty, is the last. So it has printed in the ascending order of the lengths starting from 3 to 9. Now we will sort a nested list. So here I am having this nested list. This is the outer list, and there are 3 inner lists. The inner list elements are roll number, name and marks of the students. So here I am sorting this list students using the sort method and printing the sorted list. We will execute this. So this is the original list and this is the sorted list. Now this list is sorted according to the first element of the list in the ascending order. Here the first element is 10 in this list. In the next list the first element is 5. Here the first element is 8. So the list with the minimum value of the first element, that is 5, has come first. Then the list with the first element as 8 is printed here. Then the list with the maximum value of the first element, that is 10, is the last list. So it has printed, it has sorted in the ascending order of the first element in the list. Now what if I want to sort it according to the second or the third element? That is, if I want to sort on name or on the marks. For that we need a user defined function. So here I am having this user defined function sort by. So here I am calling the function from here in the sort method here. The key is the function, key is the user defined function. The function returns the element which you want to sort. So here I am sorting on element 2. So as we know, the index starts from 0. The element 2 we are having marks. So 0 is roll number, then 1, index 1 is the name, and index 2 is the marks. So here I am sorting on index 2. The sort method will use the values returned by the function. These values are returned one by one to this function. The sort method will use these values for comparison and arrangement. So we will execute this. So it has sorted in the ascending order of the marks. So 421 has come first, then 428, and then 432. Now if I want to sort on the names, I will specify the index value as 1 because name is at index 1. So now it will sort in the alphabetical order of names. We will run this. So here it has sorted in the alphabetical order of name. Name with A has come first, Aisha, then M, and then T. Now if I want to sort on roll number, I will give this index value as 0. So here it has sorted on the roll numbers, ascending order of the roll numbers. So 5 is the first list, roll number 5 is the first list, then we are having roll number 8 and then roll number 10. Now the same result can be achieved by using the lambda function. Here I am having this anonymous function lambda. So we are specifying the key as lambda. Now here I have given the index as 1. So this lambda function will sort on the names because the name is at index 1. We will execute this. So using the lambda function, the list is sorted on the names. Now if I specify the index as 2, it will sort on the marks. We will run this. So it has sorted on the marks in the ascending order starting from 421 to 432. So this is how we sort the values in the nested list on specific index by using the user defined function and the lambda function. Now just a small recap of this user defined function sort by. This is the function definition, and here in the sort method, key is the function, and this function accepts the list and returns the element you want to sort by, that is the element at the specified index. Now the values returned by this function are used by the sort method for comparison. Now in the original list of students here, it starts with roll number 10, and after sorting I am printing the list of students again here, that is this sorted list here, and in the sorted list it starts with roll number 5. That means the original list has changed. Now the original list and the sorted list both are same. So when you are sorting using the sort method, it changes the original list. And if you don't want the original list to change, then use the sorted function. Now we will see the sorted function. So this is the syntax for that. Sorted iterable, it has two parameters, key and reverse. Key equal to none and reverse is false by default. Now here we are having this list of students. I am printing the original list. Then I am sorting this list using the sorted function and storing the result in variable sorted students and printing the result. Then I am setting the reverse to true and printing the sorted students list. We'll execute this. So this is the original list, and this is the sorted list in the alphabetical order starting from Brendan to Tom. Then this is the list in the reverse order, that is starting from Tom to Brendan, and after that I am printing the list students again. So the original list and the list students printed at the end both are same. So that means the original list has not changed when we are using the sorted function. This sorted function can be used for all iterables. Now we will see the sorting of tuples. Here I am having this tuple students. I am printing the original tuple. Then I am printing the sorted tuple. I am sorting this tuple using the sorted function. We'll execute this. So this is the original tuple, and this is after sorting. The input was a tuple and the output is a list, and it has sorted in the alphabetical order. Now if I try to sort this using the sort method, it will throw an error. We will see that. So it has thrown this attribute error saying that tuple object has no attribute sort. That means this sort method cannot be applied on tuples because tuples are immutable. The values of the tuples cannot be changed, so you cannot apply the sort method. Now we will see the sorting of nested tuple. Here I am having this nested tuple tup1. I am sorting this tuple using the sorted function and storing the result in this variable stup1 and printing the result. We will execute this. So it has sorted this tuple in the ascending order of the first element. That means tuple with the first element 1 has come first, and tuple with the first element 5 has come last. So it has sorted in the ascending order of the first element. Now if I want to sort according to second or third elements, we need a user defined function, just like in the case of list. So here we are having this user defined function sort by, and I am specifying the index as 2. So in this tuple, the elements are roll number, name, marks and grades of student. So the element at index 2, that is 0 is roll number, 1 is name and 2 is marks. So the element at index 2 is marks. So it will sort in the ascending order of marks. We'll execute this. So this is the sorted list of tuples. So here it has sorted in the ascending order of the marks. Tuple with mark 59 has come first, then tuple with mark 65 and then the tuple with mark 87. Now if I want to sort this tuple on the basis of grade, I will specify the index as 3 here and run it again. So now it has sorted on the basis of grade. So tuple with grade A has come first, grade B second and grade C third. Now in the nested list, while using this user defined function sort by, we had used the sort method. Here we are using the sorted function. So that is the difference. Now we will see the sorting of dictionary. Dictionary, as we know, is an unordered key value pairs. So here in this dictionary I am having this key value pairs. Key is the name and marks are the values here. So here I am sorting this using the keys method. So when I am applying this sorted function on this keys method, it will sort on the keys and the output will be a list of keys. So when I am using this values method, the output will be a list of values, and here I am setting reverse is equal to true for values, and then when I am using the items method, the output will be key value pair sorted in the ascending order of the key. Now we will execute this. So this is the sorted list by key. So we have got the output as a list. So when we are sorting by key, it has sorted in the alphabetical order of key starting from A to T. Now when we are sorting by the values method, it has sorted in the ascending order of the values starting from 56 to 94. Then for values, when I am setting reverse is equal to true, so we have got a list of values of marks with in the descending order, and then when I am sorting using this items method, it has sorted in the alphabetical order of key, that is key with alphabet A has come first, Aisha, and the key with alphabet T is the last. So when we are sorting using Using the items method, it sorts on keys. But you can fetch the values by passing value key pair to the sorted function. So we'll see that. So here I am passing the value key pair to the sorted function, and the result of the sort is stored in this variable sorted students marks, and then I am printing the result. So we will execute this. So this is the dictionary. We are sorting the dictionary using the dictionary items method, that is this method here. And it has sorted in the ascending order of the values starting from 56 to 94. Now this output is in the form of list of tuples. So if we want it in the form of dictionary, we have to change here. And we will run it again. So the output now is in the form of dictionary. It is in the form of key value pairs. Now we can sort on values using the lambda function also. We'll see that. Here I am having this anonymous lambda function. I am giving the key as a lambda and the values of dictionaries as arguments. So here I am specifying the index as 1, because at index 0 we are having the key and at index 1 we are having values. So we are sorting on values. So I have given index 1 here. We will execute this. So using the lambda function, it has sorted on the ascending order of the values starting from 56 to 94. Here also the output is in the form of list of tuples. So we can change here to dictionary. And run it again. So now the output is in the form of key value pairs. It is in the form of dictionary. Now we will see the sorting of string. Here I am having this string astronaut. First we will try to sort it using the sort method. So it has thrown this error, attribute error. String object has no attribute sort. So you cannot apply the sort method to string. So now we will sort the string using the sorted function and print it. So it will sort in the alphabetical order. After that, I am setting this reverse is equal to true and sorting this string and printing it again. This time it will print in the reverse order. We will execute this. So here it has sorted in the alphabetical order, and after that, when reverse equal to true, it has printed in the reverse order. So just to summarize, sort method sorts the list, it returns none, and sort method is applicable only for list, it changes the original list, whereas sorted function is more general. It can be used to sort all iterable objects. It returns a sorted list while the original object remains unchanged. So that's all for this video. I hope it gave you some idea on how to sort objects. If you are having any questions, put in the comment box and be sure to subscribe for future videos. Thanks very much.